You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Sandy, your host. It is 72 days away from the end of 2024. How are your goals coming along so far? Does it look like you're going to hit the bullseye or get dangerously close? Today's podcast episode will help you finish strong, but we're taking a morbid turn to get there. No one likes to talk about parting from the world and into the ever after, but it is an inevitable part of life. Sometimes considering our own mortality can be a wake-up call to get things done. With that in mind, I wanted to share a couple of things that end-of-life humans usually call out in their reflective preps. One of the things that comes up, especially for leaders, is prioritizing work over family. And of course, this is a catch-22. If you don't power up and grind, there won't be any accomplishments for your family to be proud of. The polar opposite is a deadbeat, a coaster. Someone who never gets around to doing much of anything, but they have big dreams. The great news is you don't have to choose between the extremes. The idea is to find a happy balance. A weekly check-in with those dear to you can help you catch up. Shows that you're plugged in and care about their world too. Another thing that comes up at the end of life, these are the regrets that people that are facing the end of their life usually think about. Not standing up to people that are mean, especially when we were grade schoolers. This comes up in the end of years conversation. That's a tough one, right? Because what can you really do now? Actually, a lot. You can do a lot. You can become a champion to those that are oppressed in the same way you were. You can become a mentor, a champion a cause. Donate to charity that helps in that particular area. You can also create products and services that address the issues, quote unquote. If you're really on fire about it, start a blog, write to your congressman, and organize an advocacy group. Sometimes just writing a letter to the person stating how you felt can go a long way. You don't even have to mail it, but you can if you want to. Though if you do, you have to be prepared for the possibility of less than a stellar reaction. Another end-of-life regret is caring what other people think about you. What other people think about you is not any of your business, really. It's just an opinion. What shapes you is your character and what you consistently do. People pleasers fail miserably because you can't make everyone happy all of the time. Your success in life can be touched by someone's opinion, but it does not have to define you or stop you. Your rightful audience or tribe will get it, and they'll get you, and that's all that matters. Obsessing over other people's opinions of you also ties into a lack of self-confidence. Though I do want to preface, there is a very solid business practice called reputation management, which is indispensable to brands. Whether you're a solopreneur or leading a large-scale enterprise, opinions can impact your brand's reputation, and that must be monitored. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. A lack of confidence is a deal breaker. Build up your confidence muscle by keeping track and celebrating your small victories. Those wins, no matter how small, pave the way to greater success in the future. It has a compounding effect like the money in a high-yield interest-bearing account. Every little bit helps. Living someone else's life is another consistent regret people nearing the end call out. I think that can tie into a lack of self-confidence as well, but for me personally, it was an overarching sense of duty, as honoring responsibilities is a foundational component in my moral fiber. In this regard, make sure that the life you are living is yours and not someone else's dream or concept of a fulfilling life. If you're not happy, content, or if you're miserable, stressed out, maybe even bordering on illness due to your current environment, then it's time to make some hard changes. In the end, You and only you are accountable for your life. Might as well live the life you want to live. Go for it. Towards the end of life, people regret that they didn't go for their dream job. Sometimes it is self-confidence again, but more frequently, it's because of a spouse, a parent, a friend didn't want us to move, among many other reasons. You didn't want to upset the apple cart or have them think you didn't really love or care about them. Prioritizing your loved ones is great, but not when it sets you back and robs you of your dreams, of your hopes, and your ultimate happiness. If your loved ones can't support you on your quest, then you really have to reassess the relationship. It could be as simple as them not knowing how much it really means to you. Maybe you just have to be clear and help them understand. Other times, it can be possessiveness, selfishness, and control. Having more fun. It happens as we are so busy grinding, planning, iterating, that we forget to unplug, kick back, and let the good times roll. At the end of life, this is a regret that is often uttered. Finishing strong this year means prioritizing your wellness and self-care, and fun should make an appearance in there somewhere. Give it some thought. I'm sure you'll think of something. Forgive. It is incredible the level of clarity you gain when someone you love is nearing the end. It goes the same for them as well, as they come to realize that an old 20-year-old grudge wasn't worth losing a friend, a brother, a parent at all. Things also change when you experience a near-death experience. Some things become more important and others just drop off. Whenever possible, forgive so that you can move on and have a happy and healthy life. Trusting your gut. I'm raising my hand on this one. At the end of life, people come to realize that their gut was right about an opportunity, a situation, or even a person, but they didn't listen. And well, you rack up more wisdom in the guise of lessons. Don't shout down your intuition. Trust it. There can be a reason why you feel a certain way about XYZ. If it is your own bias, time will reveal that to you. Sometimes playing the waiting game can work to your favor if you are uncertain. However, if you are getting a very strong no from yourself, then listen to it. Picking the wrong inner circle. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. But we often don't, and that is an end-of-life regret. We spend our lives with the wrong people, some that didn't have your best interests, and others that didn't add much to your life except drama or bad advice. Your inner circle can impact your direction, your opportunities, and your outcomes. This is an area that you really need to pay attention to, as it can move you forward or keep you stuck in a rut. The decision is yours. Not taking care of your health. Staying full of energy and healthy is a deep regret at the end of life. Usually it's proper maintenance like working out, eating healthier, getting a yearly checkup. Things like that would have extended your lifespan are not done. Healthy habits now can eliminate a lot of issues later when it's too late to begin. Do it now. Lastly, not being better. Whether it's being a better father, husband, friend, so on and so forth. People carry regrets about the things they didn't do, but should have. There's no guarantee that things would have turned out better if you were better. People process experiences in different ways, and beating yourself up over shoulda, coulda, but didn't is silly and just not a good use of your time. What you can do is be better now. It may be too late in the relationship, but you can turn your efforts towards someone that can benefit from the better you. I've seen dads turn to the Big Brother program, get into coaching Little League, or serving as a mentor. If you are proactive now about any or all of these things, there are less regrets at the end of life, and you can truly finish strong. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. You can also read a transcript of this podcast episode and all of my podcast episodes on dothisfirst.life, which is my blog. And while you're there, You can sign up for my weekly newsletter where I share so much information on cutting edge research for professional and personal development, the neurosciences, and brain health. And I also keep you in the loop of all the things that are happening with me as well. You can also listen to my podcast while you're on my website. And you can also go to @Do This First on YouTube to listen to my podcast there. Tomorrow, we're continuing with our Finish Strong series. Till tomorrow.
Moving past the rain, moving past the pain, or past the color blue. I see power in you. Past welded down. Look around, they can't be found. I see a champion in you. I see a champion